In a quiet mountain village, there was a young girl named Emma. Emma was known for her kindness and her curiosity. She loved reading books and learning about the world beyond her small village. However, there was one challenge that always seemed too big for her: speaking English fluently. Emma had been learning English words, but every time she tried to speak, she felt shy and nervous. Her word would stumble, and she often gave up, thinking that maybe I'm just not good enough. One day, a new teacher named Mr. Harris arrived at the village school. He was different from the other teachers. He was patient, encouraging, and believed the power of persistence. On his first day, Mr. Harris noticed Emma sitting quietly at the back of the class. During a lesson, he asked the class, "Who here finds English difficult?" Emma slowly raised her hand along with a few other students. Mr. Harris smiled and said, "That's okay, it's not about being perfect." He then told the class a story about a time when he was learning a new language. He struggled just like they did, but he didn't give up. "I kept practicing even when it was hard, and slowly I got better. The key is persistence," he said. Emma was inspired by Mr. Harris's story. She decided that she would no longer let her fear hold her back. She made a promise to herself she would practice speaking English every day, even if it was just a few sentences. At first, it was difficult. She made mistakes, forgot words, and sometimes felt frustrated. But she remembered Mr. Harris' words: "It's not about being perfect, it's about not giving up." Every morning, Emma would stand in front of the mirror and practice speaking English. She talked about her day, her dreams, and even practiced simple conversation. Slowly but surely, she began to feel more confident. A few months later, the village held its annual fair, where people from nearby towns would come to celebrate. This year, there was a special guest, an English-speaking traveler who had come to learn about the village's tradition. The village leader asked if anyone would volunteer to guide the traveler. Emma's heart raced. She wanted to help, but the thought of speaking English in front of a stranger made her nervous. Then she remembered her promise and all the practice she had done. With a deep breath, Emma raised her hand. "I'll do it," she said, surprising everyone, including herself. Emma met the traveler and began to speak in English. At first, her voice was shaky, but as she continued, she followed her rhythm. The traveler smiled, impressed by her efforts. She talked about the village, the mountains, and the traditions of the people. By the end of the day, Emma had guided the traveler through the entire village. They had become friends. When it was time for the traveler to leave, he thanked Emma and said, "You have a beautiful way of speaking. Keep practicing, you will go far." As the traveler left, Emma felt a deep sense of pride. She realized that her persistence had paid off. She had faced her fears and overcome them. The story of Emma teaches us that persistence is the key to success. Even when things seem difficult and you feel like giving up, remember that every small effort counts. Keep practicing, keep pushing forward, and one day you will achieve your goals.